Hi there. Today we've got Erin Chase, who is a wonderful friend of mine, and Erin is the mastermind behind the $5 Dinner Mom, and she looks fantastic today and has a full set of makeup on, although you can't tell she actually has a sleeping baby on her lap. And this will be episode 2 of Real Moms Making Real Money at Home in Their Pajamas, and how you can too. Because nothing like a salacious title. So, Erin, thank you for joining me today, and thank you to your baby for sleeping, and thank you to mine for sleeping and having you join us. So, I would love to know the background on how you got started, because you've got quite an empire going. Erin is a true mogul. She's got cookbooks, she's got a website, she's been on TV numerous times. She now has her own blogging conference, a few different LLCs going, and just take it away, Erin. How did you do all of this? From home, in your pajamas.
I know. The only reason I have makeup on and I actually have a shirt on that's not a pajama top is because I did do a news segment this morning, like you mentioned. I sort of accidentally started this website. I started blogging on my personal family, blog, which is now basically defunct. Just, sharing some stuff I was doing at the grocery store. And I remember my sister saying to me one night, I don't really want to see that. I just want to see pictures of the kids. So I, bumped everything off. I did some searching to see if anybody else was talking about, budget cooking. And I knew of a year of slow cooking. I knew of that site at the time. And, I was just intrigued with the whole thing. And I had no idea. I was thinking, we would just blog. How many $5 dinners could we do? But once I got going and once I started seeing that there was such a need and people were responding, and share, that we were meeting that need of helping them, equipping them, inspiring them to save money at the grocery store, to spend less at the grocery store, how to do that, how to get stuff for free, all of those kinds of things, and just teaching people that way and sharing the recipes and how I got the things so inexpensively so people can be sort of looking at, what prices they should be getting for things, just those kinds of things. And, from the website, we now have 2 cookbooks that we've come out with. I'll be working on a 3rd this year. I say it was all an accident. Yeah, I know it wasn't. It did take a lot of hard work, but I think it came down to, seeing the need and meeting that need for people. And that was essential. And I think what's been one of the reasons the site and the cookbooks have been so successful. Another way that I like to help people in my other business, my 7th child, or however many we're up to now, I have no idea, is I work with a group of girls on the Savvy blogging team, and we help other bloggers. And we have a Twitter stream that goes 24/7. We have a number of different companies that we've partnered with to help us put on the Savvy Blogging Summit. And that's just from, again, meets another need for, people can jump onto Twitter and ask a question, how do you do this? Or my host is down, what host do you recommend? I need to switch off this one because they're not being helpful. And, I messed up my code. What tag am I missing in my code? All those kinds of things people can ask and get an answer, instantaneously. That's one of the beautiful things about Twitter. So I think, we formed that into a business, and, like I said, with our partners, and so just having all these fun things and helping people and equipping people, to be better bloggers, to be better, mom chefs, home chefs, cooking at home, all those different things. So I think
you are a true entrepreneur. Do you consider yourself an entrepreneur? And I get it, like, you can't certainly walk down the street and go, hi, I'm an entrepreneur, but you are constantly thinking of different ways to leverage yourself, to leverage your business without putting your family in jeopardy or anything like that. I mean, you certainly have always been very straightforward where, my kids come first at 3 o'clock, I'm turning off the computer and that type of thing. And I appreciate that about you. But if this didn't happen, I think you would have done something else. I think the way your brain works is you're constantly always thinking of different things. And there's just not enough hours in the day to do it all.
No, I know. I think that's one of the things I didn't really know I had, like, that entrepreneurial spirit in me And, I think it wasn't until I was a stay-at-home mom and I want to be home with my kids. I need to be home with my kids. But I needed to use my brain also. And I think that's when kind of the entrepreneurial spirit kicked in. And the beauty of the internet is I had a place to sort of unleash that. And I have all these ideas and I usually end up passing them off to people because unless I work until 4 a.m. every day, which is not going to happen.
How are you going to watch the Kardashians?
Okay, so, yes, I do blog while watching some reality TV, yes. Yeah, but like you said,
true entrepreneurialism.
I know, yeah, it's all because of reality TV.
They are embracing their brand.
Oh, they sure are. That's so funny. But I think, with being a mom entrepreneur, a mompreneur is, the latest rage and phrase out there in the business world, but for me, it's my family's most important. So I've whittled down. I used to work, 4, 5, 6 hours a day. And I do work a little bit more when I'm on a cookbook deadline, but it's down to maybe 2 or 3 now. And part of that is, I guess you could call it outsourcing. It makes me think of that TV show. But I have people helping me now. Outsourcing isn't the right word, but I've brought on a team of people to help on the website. I have people helping on the front side and on the back side. So there's, you can't grow without, doing that. So I think that's been a key part. I think another thing with being successful, you sort of, 2 other things you get stuck on, and I think these are essential for entrepreneurs, is fear. You got to get past the fear. And I think as women especially, it's, you could say, oh, I shouldn't do that because no one will like it or no one will read it. You don't know that until you take that risk. So that's
a lot of it for me and from my friends, and then you and I have had this conversation also, is it the fear of feeling like a dork or being a dork. And I get that sounds very 8th grade-ish, but I don't think we grow out of our 14-year-old self of, oh my God, that's just so dorky. And it is. It's taking the leap and taking a deep breath and saying, I'm going to try. The worst case scenario is that post doesn't work, that idea doesn't work, and you pull it down and you start over again.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, that's the beauty of the internet is most people are forgiving. You get the handful that aren't, but you just, do what you feel most comfortable with, set the fears aside and move on. And move in.
The internet is forgiving when you're honest and when you're a real person. And that is why I have always been drawn to you and to the people I am drawn to. You are a real person first. Your family is first. And then there's the business side. You make mistakes. You screw up. You own up to them. When someone is nice to you, you thank them.
Yes. This is helpful.
That's important.
That will help your business, yes.
But it's just being nice. I think blogging etiquette is the same as real life etiquette. It's the same PTA politics in the blogosphere as it is on the schoolyard.
Right. Yeah, and it's easy to stay out of that. I don't pay attention to it. I don't get involved in it. It's just I don't have the energy and time to waste on feeling about whatever the drama is. It's just not my cup of tea. So I'd rather be helpful to people. So that's what we
stick to Bravo. Stick to Bravo for the drama.
Yeah, I'll watch that while I'm blogging late at night. That's how I get my fix. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to ask you before we sign off, if you have someone who writes to you and says, I have a 3-month-old, I'm bored out of my mind, I've got some ideas, how do I go about doing this? Do I need to invest in a fancy web design? Do I need to buy the top of the line camera? How do I do this? What would be your advice to them?
It certainly depends on what you're passionate about. That's the first key. Please pardon the wiggling baby here. So I think a good web design is helpful. I don't think it's necessary. It's going to depend on your content. These days you have to be a top-notch writer. That's what people are going to be coming after. You're going to need to meet a need somehow. So if you're not quite sure about how to go about meeting that need, do a little ask your real life friends and, find out, what they think about the concept and how you can position it in such a way that it's going to help people and meet a need, whether that's a drama need or a saving money at the grocery store or quick, easy, slow cooking recipe, whatever the need might be. That's going to be helpful. I think with photography, it's going to depend on the niche, and if you're doing food photography and that's important to you, then I would certainly invest in one, but I would wait and see how it comes, your site and, grows and comes along.
Right.
And like I said, the fear, just setting it aside and doing what you're passionate about. Chances are there's somebody else out there that's going to be passionate too. That's what the internet, with Google searching, it's like an instant little flock of people passionate about the same thing, and you just, grow that community from there. I think that's also essential is, connecting with your community and with your readers as much as you can, but without sacrificing the family time.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you sharing your thoughts, and
you're welcome.
I agree with you. I mean, the crockpot thing was weird. I wanted a food blog, but I don't know how to cook, so there you go.
But it works. I mean, look at how many people you help all the time, even though you're not doing it every day.
I have a ball with it, and I think because I am home, and when I am working, I'm kind of neglecting the kids in order to work. I only want to do something if I really, really, really like it. And I like this. I like that I've met you. I like that I've met people all over the world. And I'm really having fun. And that's what I appreciate when I read your writing and read your cookbooks. I should have your cookbook right now to hold up, and it's in the other room.
I don't have to after I get up, but I wake up the baby.
I'll get the screenshots. So Erin Chase is the $5 dinner mom, and her cookbook is the $5 dinner cookbook. And now she has a new one, and it's breakfast and lunch recipes. And are they still $5, or are they even less?
Oh yeah, way less. A couple of the hot lunches come up close to $5, but for the most part, you can do breakfast for less than $1. It's just being creative and
Eggs are cheap. All right. Well, thank you so much. You look gorgeous.
Well,
I'm going to have to fly to Ohio to get my makeup done.
Yeah, well, no.
Have a great day, and thank you,
All right.
Erin. Thank you.
You too.